News at this hour. The Senate has set up a committee to review the controversial tax reform bills that are before the National Assembly. The committee, which will be headed by Senate Minority Leader Senator Abba Moro, will meet with the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, to address gray areas in the bills and revert to the Senate before public hearing.
And now, all the Nigerian Bar Association has called for the release of human rights lawyer Dele Farotimi over allegations of libel leveled against him. A statement by the president of the NBA, Mazi Afamosigwe, said his arrest was a breach of the rule of law and reiterated that the alleged offense of libel is not recognized as a criminal offense under the laws of Lagos State, but is rather a civil offense.
Nigeria and South Africa have fully operationalized the Joint Ministerial Advisory Council on Industry, Trade and Investment to enhance economic cooperation between the two leading African economies. President Cyril Ramaphosa disclosed the decision in Cape Town, South Africa, at the Nigeria-South Africa Business Roundtable. Well, at the roundtable, President Bola Tinubu, who is now back in the country, assured that Nigeria is open for business and ready to provide stability, security and the rule of law for businesses to thrive.
And still more, an unidentified disease has killed at least 27 people in just over a month in the southwest of the Democratic Republic of Congo. According to the country's health officials, the illness, which causes fever, headaches and a cough, has so far affected people of all ages, including children.
Now to the entertainment scene. Nigerian music artists Asake and Ayra Starr have been nominated for the 2025 Music of Black Origin Awards, that's MOBO, well, under the Best International Category Act, alongside United States-based artists Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, and Kendrick Lamar. 7 Nigerian artists were nominated in the Best African Music Act category, including Odumodu Black, Rema, Shelly Poppy, among others.
It looks like Africa is all about Nigeria right now. But let's talk sports for a moment, where English Premier League champions return to winning ways after a 7-game winless run after beating Nottingham Forest 3-0 at the Etihad Stadium. Meanwhile, runaway league leaders dropped 2 points as Newcastle United held them to a 3-3 draw. I was saying that it's quite impressive to see Africa. When you say Africa right now, just say Nigeria. I think we should just Africa, Nigeria, Africa, or Africa, Nigeria. How do you put it down?
Well, I wonder what Ghana and South Africa will have
forget that one,
as well as the other
forget it
50-something African countries, but it is what it is.
The majority will have their say. The majority will have their say. It's a democracy.
Particularly because we have the power of population, human capital, creativity. I could go on and on. But hey, what have you been saying about the top stories and all the major trending issues? Let's get right into it. Don't forget #CTV Morning Brief. That's how you can be a part of the show. Or you can just head to WhatsApp and send us a message. You'll see the WhatsApp number on your screen any moment. So we start off with this controversy around the FCC's recent recovery. Over 700 duplexes shocked a lot of people in the nation's capital, Abuja. But more importantly, for some people, is the identity of either the owner of the property, an individual or a company. But just give us some sort of context. So EFCC put out a statement to tackle that issue. Why we concealed ownership identity of seized 753 duplexes. So EFCC gave explanation, around the court issues, and Jeffrey, help me out with it.
Action in rem,
not action
in persona.
So they targeted the property and not the individual. But people still say, let us know these things, right? Don't give us legal terms. First user, Adegoke, that's Omoba Akile Jebu, says the commission's decision must be in respect of the citizens. The EFCC as a public institution must give room for dissent and show transparency in all its doings, this user says.
All right, Pura Araba says the EFCC should not have made it public until the case is ripe. I insist that EFCC has ventured into politics and this is not good for the organization and the country.
Stedmark is next, saying concealment is corruption. It's pure aiding and abetting. Why not parade them as criminals? Well, they are. Again, the court has not decided on the people, right? Goes on to say it's only in Nigeria we have common criminals and conceal rich criminals. So, yeah.
Well, they said nobody laid claim to it. So Abdullahi Rabiu says it is better to disclose their identity. Had it been the units were illegally owned by the ordinary Nigerians, you would have disclosed it's, I guess, what he said. And yeah, to an extent, people have said that over and over. I think we can't repeat that. When it's poor people, when it's people that they have not.
Yeah.
It's easy to just put them out or put a picture. As soon as it gets to the politically exposed person, it becomes complicated. Simple things just become complicated. Come on, rule of law, rule of law.
Targayan Ustaz is the next one. Now take a look at this user's comment. It is clear for this user that we're running two different countries, one for the rich and one for the poor. If it were Yahoo boys, the EFCC would have been quick to provide full names, picture, evidence, and even parade them holding billboards.
With the building under it.
Detailing their alleged crimes. And we see this a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we've seen this, I should say. You see a couple of them.
NDLEA does that as well.
You see them lined up, sometimes dozens of them, with vehicles, laptops, mobile phones. And people say, okay, if we see it for these young people, let us see it for those other ones as well.
You know, I was thinking about something the other day, Kade. Is the NDLEA saying to us that they've not been able to get either a current or a past politically exposed persons who use drugs in this country?
Big question. I remember the controversy.
You can't tell me that.
With the senator.
You cannot tell me that.
Remember the back and forth with the senator, and the senator said, no, that's not true.
You know, we read these stories sorry for cutting in. We read this story every other day. NDLEA has done this, and we commend the NDLEA, let's be clear. They've done, since under General Marwa, they've done incredibly well. But I'm worried, I'm just thinking as a Nigerian, since this success, no politician takes drugs in Nigeria, past or present.
Maybe they are born again now.
I don't know. It's difficult. Anyway, you have the next one.
So let's move on to the next talking point. And this was a video that was put up online. Lagos state government sealing popular supermarket in Festac over sale of, get this, expired baby food and other products.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so the video was put up, there was a lot of talk around it, but let's listen to what you have to say about that case. Narrowscope is the first user that takes a comment on this one. Says, this is a job well done for thwarting further sale of expired baby products in this festive period, that sales of food and commodities steepen or go up automatically as the holiday demands.
This is just very scary. These are children. Emmanuel said, good job, but I think destroying the expired product is better against sealing the whole shop. Okay? Kaide?
So I imagine that should follow naturally. First is to prevent the public from, or at least prevent those products from getting out to the public. So that's why I imagine it was sealed. So what should follow is get those products and destroy them. Oni Gongon, I hope I got that right, says, I live in Festac some years back and I bought a yogurt at a supermarket on 22 Road. Unfortunately for me, it was an expired yogurt. I brought it back and they told me it was not their fault. So this user is saying Lagos state government should visit most of the stores in Festac and Okota. This is good news. I think this should also go around, really, all across Lagos.
Visit.
Exactly. So if there are areas, absolutely tell government. But I think government should also take initiative to go around, because there are some in some other areas unsuspecting selling expired products.
Some can even change the label.
Scratching the date off.
Oh boy. Ebuka says, very good. Most of these supermarkets and mini stores sell expired drinks, etc. should be deeply looked into.
All righty, let's talk election matters now. INEC's office in Delta State was hit by fire, which destroyed ballot boxes and other materials. What have you to say? Obina says, hello world, it's 2024, and we're still experiencing our electoral commission buildings being set ablaze, and still no suspects or culprits.
Okay, Prince Phil Casey says, what is the millions of naira doing in INEC office? Do INEC staff pay in cash? Is INEC office bank? Does government agency deal with cash? I don't know what is it that they discover something in cash? I'm not sure what this is. But the story here is that the INEC office in Delta State at this particular location got burned and perhaps things were destroyed. That is the story. But that's all we can take right here as far as what you're saying is concerned. But keep it coming. Remember, our WhatsApp line is back. So bring in your thoughts. We're going to ensure we amplify it as much as we can. But we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to the very first conversation that has to do with freedom of expression. Join us again